Hello and welcome to Goenka Chronicles, a podcast series that brings you closer to the trailblazers shaping the future of education. I'm Akshay, your host for today, and I couldn't be more thrilled to introduce you to our very first guest. Joining us today is Mr. Sarvesh Goel, who is the chairman of GD Goenka Public School, the chairman of Mansingh Goel Group, a hotelier, an entrepreneur, and a marathoner. Sir, welcome to our podcast.
Thank you, Akshay.
Sir, to begin, what inspired you to take a step in the field of education?
See, before entering into this field, I was into the building material business, and we had a retail counter of timber, marble, plywood, tiles. And at that time, we were supplying the material to various engineering college and management colleges.
Okay.
And I probably looked more visionary to them, and they used to come to our counter, sales counter, and they
Okay.
used to say that you should do something more productive than this, because this anybody can do. And at that time, I got my daughter enrolled in one of the prestigious school of Lucknow, and I was congratulated by many of our friends that, oh, your daughter got admission in that school. So in that moment, I was very happy that my daughter got admission, secured her admission in a very good reputed school of Lucknow. One day, one property dealer approached me and he said that there is a school plot if you would like to see. I just went there to
Okay.
see that, and I did not like, because I had something else in my imagination. Later, one of my relative, he told me that GD Goenka doesn't give the franchise like this. If you are keen, then I have my contacts. So I thought that GD Goenka would not do well in Lucknow, because this kind of setup is not here in Lucknow. And this was this idea. We did not take it forward. But again, after a few days, I realized, let me go and have a survey. Then I went to look around in Lucknow, visited various schools, and I was then happy that, okay, my daughter is one of the best school in Lucknow. Then I went to Delhi, NCR, and in the south
Okay.
to visit various schools. I realized that the education standard in Lucknow is very low. We are still we are not going beyond Lucknow, and there is a lot in education sector. And then I decided that yes, I will bring in what is state of art technology, what is the best approach towards education, how people are thinking in the world. Then I realized I started looking for a piece of land, and I selected this land in Sushangaon city, and we were the first building here. At that time, Shahid
That's
Pad
lovely.
also was not operational,
Okay.
and that was so much of conviction in me at that time. And then came the courage. But due to that conviction and confidence, yes, we are going to be the best, and this is how I started the school.
And so today we are number 2 in UP and number 1 in Lucknow.
Yes, yes. So, frankly speaking, we are the best in Lucknow, UP. And because I was inclined towards academics also when I was a student. I was a very sincere student.
Okay.
I came to Lucknow for my IIT preparation, IIT JEE preparation.
That is
But
very
somehow
wonderful.
I landed into the business world, and I started my business at the age of 18.
So that is commendable.
Simultaneously, I just continued my studies for the sake of getting degrees, but I did not go to university just for the academics. So this is how
So
my
that is
journey
very inspiring, sir. And sir, on a related note, since you talked a little about your childhood, could you take us back to your childhood when you were one among us?
My childhood was, I spent my childhood in a very small village. So there I studied in a Pathshala also, where we had some wooden plank and we used dawat and
That is.
something like that. And at that place, we were a privileged family where we used to get newspaper. and the newspaper we used to get was 1 year old.
Okay.
Sorry, 1 day previous newspaper we used to
Okay.
get. And since I had to sit on the
Wooden
so
plank.
not wooden plank, I had to sit on the grass. So again, I was someone who was special. So I would carry my one newspaper and spread that newspaper on the grass and then sit on that, just to show off to other my peer students that see I am special and that is why I am sitting on the newspaper, which would puncture my newspaper. Grass would puncture my newspaper. Then I have to uh, again bring another newspaper after change my newspaper every 2-3 days.
Okay.
So this is how I started. Then I studied in a government school. The fee of that school was 2 rupees 15 paisa. My father is qualified engineer. So one day he was in his own struggle. So we used to meet after a few months, 2-3 months,
So,
like
sir,
that.
you lived far from your father.
Actually, I was living there, but he was a forest contractor. So most of the time he used to spend in the forest. So I would meet him maybe after 20 days, maybe after 2 months, maybe after a month. So, and he is a qualified engineer, otherwise, by qualification. So one day he asked me, okay, tell me, मैं जाता हूँ कि English? So in our school we used to study I means मैं, M means हूँ, go means जाता. So I said I am go.
Acha.
So he kept quiet and then he did not utter a word, and he called up a government school teacher who was in the village, and then he said that get his grammar corrected. And in a span of 6 months, but at that time I was in grade 7th, and within 6 months I completed the grammar up to class 12th. Then I was sent to a boarding school, and this is how my journey towards academics. Then I got inclined, and I was sent to Birla school, and
Okay.
in a residential school.
Sir, that is very commendable, sir, and that actually shows how down to earth you are. Trust me, that
See, it's
is.
not about down to earth. It's in our world, down to earth, stress, struggle. In our days, it did not have any meaning. Everybody was like that because we did not have something to uh, mold that into a ego. So we were like that. We never thought doing work for ourselves is a struggle. It's okay, we are doing our work. Now people name it a struggle.
Struggle.
If there is a botheration, then people now put a term it as stress. It's a part and parcel of your life.
So
When you are
that is
doing
very
something,
inspiring for
there
our
could be a
audience.
botheration. So you don't have to name it stress. It's okay, it's a journey. So I don't call it a struggle or a stress. It's okay. I'm happy what situation I went through. I was continuously bullied in my school where I went. For 6 years I was bullied. And I did not tell my parents ever about this. I told this 5-6 years back when during the COVID period when I shared this with my parents. They said, why didn't you tell us? I said, I thought probably you may be worried for this reason. I did not share, and I managed somehow. And probably that resilience, that stress, so called, has given me more, enabled me to handle more stress today. Maybe any unpleasant situation I can handle better now.
So that is very, very inspiring for me personally. And I'm pretty sure our audience is also very inspired by your, I mean, in your term, struggle. In today's terms, it's struggle. But, sir, so moving forward, you're an educationalist and you're also a filmmaker. How did your journey transcend from a educationalist to a filmmaker?
See, I am a serial entrepreneur. I think I am a creative also, creative
Okay.
person. I have an eye to see things. I look forward to doing something very new
Okay.
with a different perspective. Like people usually they copy from someone and then do it. They reproduce the same thing. I want to always do something with a different mindset.
So it's like Steve Jobs said, right? That if I didn't do anything, I just copied someone's original idea and made it, marketed it as mine, right?
So I would always think of doing something with a new perspective. I change my fields. When I change my field, then for sure there is a new perspective, because I am thinking something. I have a good exposure of a rural area as well as urban area. I have worked like a salesman. I have worked like a boss.
Okay.
So there is this huge exposure in my life that I was very fortunate to see the world very closely. I have met people of various kinds. Probably that is the reason I am able to see through the things, and that creativity, somehow the maybe the aesthetic sense, maybe I am running a school, maybe my contacts, all these things have bringing together probably my connects network. I realized that I can do it, and this is how I entered into filmmaking, and I will be able to give opportunity to people from my students. We have recently given an opportunity to one of our students in one of our
Okay.
film, and then opportunity for Lucknowites. I see a lot of potential in that, and I'll be very happy to accommodate our people in the upcoming movies.
Sir, that is a very intriguing career and unique career path, honestly. Sir, moving on, since you're an entrepreneur of so many businesses, how did you use your skills, especially from school, the resilience, the motivating factors, which you have built over a period of time to manage several businesses?
I think that it's my capacity that I can handle several things at a time, and this is also, I also think that under stress I perform better.
Okay.
When I have a lot of work, then I perform better. I manage my time well. Usually, I can be more better also, but in comparison to if you ask other people, I manage my time well. I sleep on time. I wake up on time. I am a disciplined person, so this saves my
This is what
time.
is lacking today in most people,
I
I
would
say.
not say it's a changing world. I don't know what is right, so I am not. It's too early to comment from my side, because the young generation, they have their own challenges. See, in our times, we didn't have to go to celebrate birthdays, right? So we didn't have the clubs, we didn't have the shopping malls, we didn't have so many products to purchase, we didn't have so much of platforms to watch movies or entertainment platforms. So the younger generation have their own problems. So I won't comment on that, but still I would say that in whatever way they have to prioritize things, and they think which is most important, they should give more time to that, and accordingly they should, because career path is absolutely important for them. They should see that what is most important, and accordingly they have to spend time.
Sir, your ability and your capacity to manage so many ventures and what you spoke was very, that was, that was very inspiring for me as well. That according to you, you don't want to comment on the current generation, but you also feel like, yes, discipline and career path is important. Sir, this is another question. It's a personal question from me after I reflected on your profile. So, do you have any spiritual connection with the word Om? Because most of your ventures, such as Centrum and Aurum, have some, concept or some iteration of Om. So, what are your views on it?
Yes, I feel that in, again, comparatively, I'm more spiritually inclined person. While I was planning to open a hotel, so there are a few factors that, because I wanted to be a unique way of doing things, we wanted to name the hotel because we were making it a all Indian
Okay.
hotel. I'll come later with what was all Indian. Then I was thinking of naming a hotel. I thought that I should name it with a Sanskrit word. But I had also this in my mind that tomorrow, if we become international chain, so what will happen if some foreigner has to name it, and it
Pronounce
shouldn't
it.
be a tongue twister for that person. We It is said that this sound of universe is Om,
Yes.
right? From there we derived
Hmm.
From that we named our hotel Centrum.
Okay.
And all the venue in the hotel is named with It's Aurum, it's Pendulum is the bar, Aurum is the bakery, it's Plum the all-day dining, Spatial restaurant is Dum.
Okay.
Similarly, then Equilibrium, Fulcrum, Forum, Terrarium, Labrinum. So it's that creativity in naming also. So we had named like that. Almost all the products that we used are sourced from India and as close as possible to Lucknow, because we wanted to leave the least carbon footprints.
Okay.
And there are a lot of thoughts that has gone into building a hotel. So that's another documentary that we got it made. It's around 9 to 10 minutes documentary about our hotel.
Okay.
What was the thought process behind this hotel? How is it unique from rest of the hotels in the world? Yeah.
Sir, so I just had another question. Sir, your perspective was very amazing, and I am very, I got a new perspective actually on how you name things. But do you think Om and Om are the same thing or they're different? This is a personal question coming from a person who is also spiritually inclined.
See, I can't comment on this again. But all I can say is that intent should be, if the intent is same, it's okay.
Okay. Sir, so looking ahead, let's move back to GD Goenka. What are the innovative steps you, as chairman, have taken to ensure that students of GD Goenka are prepared for academics as well as real world challenges? Since uh, till now, we have been talking about real world challenges. So, what are your views or takes on it?
See, when we opened the school in Lucknow, all the schools were doing the same which has been done. Traditionally, they
Academically
were the
inclined.
same, the pattern was same with all the schools. And I did not believe in this after I visited all the schools, several schools in the country. And also I went to US to see some of the schools. Then I realized that we have to do something else. It is not the future. In past 15 years, if 100 changes have come in Lucknow, I can be vocal in saying this, that probably 95% of the changes are introduced by us in Lucknow.
So, that is lovely.
It could be the infrastructure, it could be the introducing the softwares, various softwares. We were the first to go online.
Okay.
We started the shooting range and several things, several steps. Apart from the infrastructure, or you can say hardware, towards the soft side also, the training of our teachers, selection of our teachers, the thought process, because we were not wasting their time in unproductive work. We were always giving lot of space to our teachers so that they can think beyond the traditional pattern of teaching.
Okay.
Right? They should be innovative. They should do something so that uh, children are more involved. Students love to come to school. They exercise their brain. All these things, because the information today, now people understand. In past few years now, people have started understanding the importance of what we are doing. Information is available everywhere on the internet.
Yes.
It's not important to remember all the information.
Rote learning.
It's more important, how do you exercise your brain? How are you able to apply the information or analyze the information? That is the most important thing today. And it's the power of collaboration, it's team building. So this is given unknowingly, children are getting that. And I'm very happy and proud of my teachers and students as well, because they acquire so much of skill up to grade 12. They are able to thrive even if they don't pursue their higher studies. I'm not saying that don't pursue the go and for your higher studies,
But you're confident
but
enough.
I am confident of my children and 100% confident of every child who has studied in our school. They'll be successful for sure.
That's lovely. And sir, when you talked about information, I just had a question. As you said, information is available everywhere. And since you're a filmmaker, I feel like this will resonate more with you. You said information is available everywhere. What are your views on information being, sometimes information can be manipulated, it can be fake. And being a filmmaker, how do you think we as content consumers, that's what I'll say, content consumers, how should we, analyze information? Because anyone can just come out and say anything. They can blabber anything, and it's not like we should believe it, right? So what are your takes?
You are very correct. Your question is very apt at this age now. Information is available everywhere, whether it's true or false. And if you see some content, the AI is going to flash similar kind of content to you again and again.
Yes.
Right? So first is, what are you watching? Why do you watch that? It is on your personality.
Okay.
Right? So if you are a person of substance, if you have a progressive mindset, you look for a content which adds to your personality or your growth. And if you think otherwise, you'll get those kind of content. So what is your energy? You attract the similar energy. It's not about the content, it's about the people also.
So that is.
If you are a good
amazing.
person, you'll attract good people. If you are good in academics, you'll attract people who are good in academics. If you are criminal, you will attract criminal. It's for sure. You are sitting here, probably you are attracting, because in this universe, it is the energy that works. So similar energy vibrates, and you are attracting those kind of people in the universe.
So I
the
think that is amazing.
And you should be very neutral in analyzing the information. You shouldn't be biased. If you are biased, again, you will not be able to analyze it correctly. Due to AI, the companies, the corporates, everybody is trying to influence us. And no doubt, we are no special. We will be influenced, but still you have to try. You have to be balanced to analyze that information, and for that, your personality matters a lot.
Sir, so if you were given an opportunity on creating an AI model, like let's say Chat GPT, and recently there's been this new AI called
DeepSeek.
DeepSeek, right? If you were given an opportunity, because obviously Chat GPT is more inclined towards producing content which is, you could say, biased towards the American point of view, and DeepSeek could be the same with China. If you were given the opportunity to create an AI generative chat program today, would you? And would you make it completely bias free for anyone in this planet?
See, somehow I feel that we evolve because we are all unique. So we are adding to the society. In future, everything will be influenced by some powerful organization, some entity. They'll be influencing others, which I think is not right. So we have to be unique in our own way. We should add to the society, and we should continue evolving. So this is my take, but it doesn't matter if those corporates, those organizations, entities are spending so much. So they will do it for their profit only.
That's true, sir. So, sir, that was very interesting. And and since you're in the field of both education and filmmaking, how do you think creativity and structured learning will shape the future of students? Because creativity, in the sense that today, as we are talking, we are in a podcast room. This itself shows how far GD Goenka is when it comes to enhancing in terms of vocational skills. But it's not like we are only as we can't neglect our studies, right? So how do you think we can balance both of them to shape the future of our students?
It is very important. Only this kind of grooming that we are giving, this is going to save you in future. In the AI world, people are losing jobs because you never know what you are doing will be taken over by AI. So when you are exposed to almost everything, you have got that flexibility that you can mold yourself according to that. So this gives you that opportunity. So all kind of exposure that we give you here, this will help you out in future, and that's a futuristic education.
And sir, so you told us that because of AI we might end up losing, many people might end up losing jobs. That's very obvious. If we go back in time, in the 19th century, when Industrial Revolution happened, the same arguments were put up. But today we are in a world where we are creating artificial intelligence, intelligence copying us, right? So do you really think that AI will cut jobs, or will it, give more opportunity for other jobs?
Very right. When in the previous century, the computers were introduced, people were thinking that what will happen? These computers will take away all the jobs. This was not correct. But I feel that there will be more jobs that will be created, more things will come up. But as of now, I feel the number of jobs that people are going to lose will be more than the number of jobs that will be created because of AI, number one. Another is that all those people who are used to doing something in a particular track, they are losing jobs and they are not good for any other job. That's
Okay.
a challenge. This is what I am saying, that our children, they are groomed in a way, they are educated in a way that they will be able to face the future challenges that they will get. This is what I am saying, because the kind of grooming, the exposure that we are giving. So after your class 12th, you need not necessarily go to US and study university and simultaneously you have to work in the pizza shop. You don't have to do that. You can do the podcast there. You can do other things there. You can work in the software company as well as study there. So that's what we are giving here.
So that's great.
So that kind of exposure we will get. Very soon, I'm trying probably in the filmmaking, we'll try to shoot few films in Lucknow. I will try
Okay.
to give that opportunity to our students as well. I will try as much exposure I can give to them. I will try that some of shoots are conducted in our school as well. So it's
That's
not,
lovely,
people
sir.
should not feel bad. Oh, this is a school. Is it about only entertainment? This school? It's not like that. It's the giving that exposure that helps them.
Sir, so you're trying to say that you're not trying to create us as students, you're not trying to make us become unemployable.
It's not about unemployment. Our work is that we condition you in a way, we give you that kind of exposure that you know everything.
Okay.
We are trying to ignite your interest. Later you can say, "Nee, sir, I am keen in this. I want to be a player. I want to be a politician. I want to do this." So you have
Yes,
to
sir.
choose that. But you are capable of doing this also, this. But you have to set your priorities. Okay, this resonates more with me. Then this comes, then this, like this.
So
Somewhere you will be absorbed.
that's a very powerful way of conveying a message. Sir, to wrap up, what is your message, final message for the audience viewing this podcast?
I would say that disciplined life is the key.
Okay.
Just do your work, give your best. Do not complain, do not blame, just be in gratitude.
Okay, that's lovely, sir. Sir, if you're comfortable, I have a set of rapid fire questions.
Of course.
So you're comfortable with it, right? Sir, so one word to describe your journey in education.
Oh, that kind of rapid fire.
Yes.
One word for?
To describe your journey in education.
It's giving the exposure.
Okay. Your biggest motivation behind GD Goenka's success.
Biggest motivation, my daughter's education.
Okay. What inspired you to venture into hospitality? Centrum, obviously.
Wanted to give an experience behind the hospitality.
Lovely. Managing multiple businesses is no easy feat. What's your secret of staying on top of everything?
I love to do my job.
Okay.
What I do, I love.
What qualities do you believe are essential for a successful entrepreneur?
Having a cool mind.
Okay. what drew you into filmmaking, and how does it complement your entrepreneurial journey?
Filmmaking, uh, probably the creativity and willingness to give the good content. I will never get into bad content which may otherwise influence people. So, creating a good content, and this journey will may expose me what I am.
That's lovely. Sir, what role, since you talked about creativity, what role does creativity play in the way of you running a business?
What role?
Does creativity play in the way you run your business?
It plays a very important role, because I think it is very, very important to give another perspective. If you do not have creativity, so you will copy someone else's ideas. So this is not going to evolve your business.
Right. Sir, so I'm immensely grateful to have you in this podcast and being our very first guest, sir.
Thank you so much.
And thank you so much, sir, for sharing about your personality, your journey on how you ventured from education to filmmaking, and your childhood as well. Personally, I'm very inspired by your words, and I'm very sure our audience is also inspired.
Thank you so much, Akshay. Thank you.
I, Akshay, signing off, and stay tuned for the very next episode.